Hello and welcome back to another Grand Arena Championship. I'm Heathen13 and this is Season 20, Week 2, Round 3. Now I know lots of people tell me all the time that I worry too much about my matches. But today, I think is the day I lose. I think today's the day my 105 match winning streak comes to an end. My opponent's name is Celebrimbor. So let's look at the matchup. So looking at the hotbot overview, nothing out of the ordinary for me. Majority of the green is on my side, but there is one key spot in the planning phase that I screwed up on that I believe is probably going to cost me this match. In the stats, you can see my opponent is a very good player, almost 800,000 lifetime banners. His offensive wins and defends are very comparable to mine. By far and away, the best player that I was going to face in this week's worth of opponents. Our rosters are very similar. He's got a little bit of an advantage in total GP. I have a very small advantage in top 80 and top 65. I've only got 9 more Zetas than he does. I do have a fairly substantial speed advantage over him, which may or may not come into play today. I also have 7 more Gear 13s, and he has 1 more Gear 12. Looking at the mods, I also have a fairly significant advantage. I have almost 90 more 6-dot mods than he does. I have quite a few more mods with high-speed secondaries. And looking at the relic summary, it's very, very similar here as well. I have 4 more total relic levels, and he's got a couple more characters with tier 5 relic and above. So far in this matchup, I seem to be looking pretty good. And here is where things turn. The meta character report. As you can see, we both have Jedi Master Luke, but here on the meta character report, my opponent has SLKR as well. This is the first time I'm going up against an opponent with 2 GLs. And it gets worse, because I didn't believe the hotbot. Okay, I spend a lot of time on my preparation for each match. In fact, I spend way more time preparing for each match than I do playing the match. And one of the things I do to prepare is at the very beginning of the week, I look at everybody in my pod and I write down who they are, how many lifetime banners they have, what their highest rank has ever been, and I look to see what galactic legends they have, if any. And in my notes for my opponent, I only wrote down that he had a galactic legend Luke. I did not see the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So now, fast forward to round 3, when I pulled up the hotbot and I saw SLKR, I assumed that he got it sometime this week. And I trusted my initial scouting of my pod from last Monday. And it turns out I was wrong, because that SLKR is 100% in the match. Now, I was doubly stupid because I not only trusted my initial scouting that missed the SLKR, but I didn't even let myself think like, oh, what if I was wrong back then? I should prepare just in case. I didn't. I was so 100% confident that I made those notes correctly that I really dismissed him having it at all. And as you're going to see when we look at the board, that is going to be a problem. Comparing our ships, I have a tiny advantage. My negotiator is 7 stars and his is 6. But as you see, it probably won't ever get to ships. When we look at his roster, there are some things he had to do, some sacrifices he had to make in order to have 2 GLs, and there they both are. For instance, his gas is relicked, but his clones are not. None of his Night Sisters are relicked up, and some are lower geared. Many of the Sith I normally see relicked, like Traya or Nihilus or Scion, are not even gear 12. And only Darth Revan and Darth Malak are relic on his Sith Empire team. So going into this round, I felt pretty confident that I could take out his Jedi Master Luke, which he likes to put on defense, and that I would set a hard enough defense that could potentially even stop him. Let me show you the board. So as you can see, I did stop him, but not where I needed to. When I opened up the board and I saw that he really did have SLKR and Jedi Master Luke is hiding behind Jedi Knight Luke there, I thought, okay, well, if he can at least only clear half the board, then I only have to clear half the board as well. But that's not what happened. Let me show you. Up top, He struggled on my defenses, but he was able to get through. He took 2 tries on my Bosk with Nest. He took 3 to get through my Geonosians. He one-shot my crew squad. Back at ships, they were both an easy one-shot for him. Up front, I was thinking my Darth Revan might be too much for his roster based on what he likes to put on defense, and it took him 3 tries to get through it, but he eventually did. He also got through my CLS and my BAM squad with Wampa. I put Wampa with BAM because I was putting Nest with my bounty hunters to make sure he couldn't trooper them. And then in the back, I even left him Grievous. And he got through that. He also got through Dooku, but surprisingly, after expending all those teams, he didn't have enough to get through my Rebel trash. He's taken 6 tries against them, and I think he's given up. But it probably is not going to matter, because let me show you what I am facing. Ewoks, okay. Bounty Hunters, fine. There is his full SLKR team with crew, Hux, Red Trooper, and First Order Stormtrooper. Down here, he's got his Phasma squad, his Geos, and then his Jedi Master Luke team. Now, I know that my Jedi Master Luke squad can beat his, and I also know my Jedi Master Luke squad can beat his SLKR, but I can't use them twice. So I've spent hours trying to figure out how I can distribute my team in order to make it so that I can clear these. Now, the off-meta counter for Jedi Master Luke that I'd like to use requires Han in it in order to take out Watt before Watt gets the tank tech out on Jedi Master Luke. But my Han's on defense. Again, this goes back to my planning. I didn't even consider that SLKR might be there. So I talked to my brother Boba Fett. We went over a bunch of scenarios. I think I have a plan that has a chance to work, but I'm not super confident. There are a couple characters who are not modded the way I'd like them to be modded. And so I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to go through the bottom. I'm going to see if I can get that down, see what's in the back. I have an off-meta counter planned for the SLKR that I'm going to cross my fingers and hope it works. But if it doesn't, I don't have much in the way of second chances. So there's a really good chance that I'm going to get stuck on one or both of these Galactic Legends. And if I can't clear them both, then I will certainly lose. So we are going to just jump right into this. We're going to go after his Jedi Master Luke first. For that, I'm going to use my Jedi Master Luke. You can see he's using a Jedi Knight Luke lead. But part of Jedi Knight Luke's lead gets counteracted by the fact that I'm also using a Galactic Legend. So I'm actually going to use Jedi Knight Revan for my leadership. And what this is going to do for me is he's going to use his Efflux ability first. And normally that would have put ability blocks on all my characters. But with Jedi Knight Revan's lead, it gives my whole team tenacity up for 1 turn. So they're going to resist that. And then when my Jedi Master Luke gets to go, when I do my Efflux, his team will be exposed to those ability blocks. And it should give me the advantage right from the get-go. Now, the issue I'm going to have is he's got Watt on his team. Watt's going to give the tank tech to Jedi Master Luke, which means there's a chance with his master's training from Hermit Yoda and the tank tech that my team may just not be able to get his Jedi Master Luke down at all. But I do think my team should be able to, if nothing else, clear everybody else except for Jedi Master Luke. And I have a cleanup team in the wings if I end up leaving a solo Jedi Master Luke behind. So I'm hoping this team gets the whole thing down in 1. But if nothing else, it should clear the rest of them and leave me with a solo Jedi Master Luke. That's the plan here. All right, so he goes first. There's the tank tech. Oh, and actually my Jedi Master Luke was faster anyway. So here's my Efflux. His Watt is gone now, and the rest of his squad is ability blocked, except for Hermit Yoda over there for some reason. So I'm going to give my Master's Training to Jedi Knight Luke here in the beginning. I want the extra damage, at least at the beginning. And then I will stun the ones that are stunnable. And I'm going to go after Jedi Knight Luke right from the get-go, try and get rid of their damage. because really once he's gone, he is the vast majority of their damage. The other nice thing with my Jedi Knight Revan lead is I do get to proc Savior on all these guys. So now it's just a matter of working the rest of them down and seeing if I can't get Jedi Master Luke down. So there's old Ben. I wouldn't be surprised, again, if he is able to take out some of my side characters. But there's no way he's going to kill my Jedi Master Luke at this point. And I'm hopeful that I can still get him down. It's looking good so far. Just going to keep going back to Jedi Knight Luke over and over here. There we go. Very nice. Alright, that was the easy part of things, though. The hard part is going to be that SLKR, but I'm not going to go after him yet until I open up the back and see what's waiting for me. I'm going to take a couple risks here on these other squads. I kind of have to because I don't know what's in the back. On these Geos, normally I'd take either Vader or Traya, but my SLKR counter uses both. So I am forced to use a counter I've never tried, and that is the Night Sister counter. I've seen this done by End All Be All several times, and he makes it look easy. It ends up being a 55, but these Geos are mostly lower geared. So I'll do my best. The key here, he says, is don't spread the plague until they have done the heal, because otherwise they just cleanse it all off. So I will save that middle plague ability until the heal goes out. There's one death. See if we can stun Spy. Still not spreading that plague until the heal goes out. And we're stuck again behind the Brute. There is the third death. And again, I'm just still biding my time until the Alpha does his heal, which he still hasn't done. Mostly because I keep stunning him. Let's see if we can just get rid of him. There we go. Alright, well now that heal is off the board. So I will keep assisting from the grave, and I will finally spread the plague to everybody. Now it's just a matter of finishing these guys off. That worked really well, but I don't know that I would do that against a Geo team that was better geared at all. They were all gear 12 and gear 11. Now, this Phasma-led squad, I am going to try to emulate my brother, Boba Fett. Once again, last week he had a similar squad. He took his troopers against it and was successful. I am going to try to do the same thing. My troopers are actually not quite as well geared as his, but they should go first. My Gideon is effectively 319 speed, and his First Order TIE Pilot is the weakest one. So I'm going to go after them first. He doesn't have a taunt. And we're going to see if I can't get them down quickly enough to get the turn meter train going. So there is TIE Pilot. I will rip turn meter from them. And I will go all in on TIE. There we go. Next, weakest one for them was Special Forces TIE Pilot. Put that on Dark Trooper. Next after that was Phasma. Then Executioner. And finally Kylo. This is a really good advertisement for not setting this team on defense because my troopers are all like gear 10, I think. Gear 9, 10? 9, 10, and 11. They're not well geared. And yet, they are able to get through this squad of all Relic 5, 3, and 5. Oh, and actually even Kylo's 7. And there we go. Okay, let's see what he kept in back. He might have kept a Darth Revan back here. Or he might have saved it. I don't know. Okay, so he saved his Darth Revan, which makes more sense of why he was able to get through mine. I'm not really worried about anything back here, but I do want to make sure I have my teams allocated properly. So give me a second, and I will be right back. Alright, so there's nothing here that's scary. I potentially have lots of offense left. It really just comes down to the SLKR match now. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. If it fails, it's likely over for me. I will, of course, throw other teams at other squads. But if I lose this, it really is pretty much over. So I'm going after this with a Thrawn lead, Vader, Watt, Traya, and Sith Empire Trooper squad. I'm basically following a video that Gridden posted, and there is one key failure point for me for this squad, and that's my Thrawn. He needs to survive SLKR's first initial AoE, and if he doesn't, it's probably over. And it's not just his AoE, he AoEs and then Sith Trooper assists, and he needs to survive that. And if he doesn't, it's probably over. We'll do our best. We'll see how it works. Cross my fingers. Not super confident, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, so weapons tech on Vader. Poke on Sith Trooper, he's dead. Here goes the AoE. Ooh, okay, and that, he survived. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and give that to Thrawn, and we will go right into Merciless. And then we're gonna Force Crush on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And now I need to get Sith Trooper out with this throw. And that didn't happen. Dang it. Okay, we're gonna go around the room here. Oh no. That is it. That's it, you guys. It is not happening. Wow. Shoot. So I thought the failure point was going to be on Thrawn dying. I didn't even for a moment think it was going to be on Vader getting sniped. Ouch. Alright, well, let's clear the rest of these squads, and then I'll save what I can save to throw at it. I'm going to experiment here and try to see if that Bad Batch miracle from last time is true, and whether my Bad Batch can take on bounty hunters or not. So we'll give this a shot, and we'll see if we can come back to the SLKR. Honestly, I got nothing for it, guys. My only other thing is I have gas, but it's not going to do anything to him, I don't think. Alright, we'll do that. We get the days on him. And then we do this one where we get the stun on everybody. And we'll pass that back to Tech. We'll Pass that back over to Wrecker. And we'll start doing some damage. And we'll call Hunter. And unfortunately, I wasn't faster than Boss. But I think it might not matter. Let's see if we can get Dengar out of here. And we just got Boba. Oh, I should have given that to Hunter. So that works. That works really well. We're going to use my Mon Mothma against his Ewoks. Again, I don't think any of these squads are going to do anything to SLKR, so I feel like burning through them first, making sure I get as many banners as I possibly can, is still the play. Even if I clear everything efficiently, I can't win unless I can clear that SLKR. But I still can get banners. Just so frustrating that I did this to myself. And honestly, I don't know how much different it would be if I knew it was coming. Being in a GL disparity where they've got more than you is always a tough spot to be in. Let's go back to the back, take them out. So actually looking at these squads and looking at what I have left, I actually think I need to go take at least one more swing at SLKR with my gas to see if I can get any of the other characters down first, to see what I really even have to use in the back here. It does look like a loss though, really frustrating. Super sad about it, and I really just think I probably misplayed that. I didn't have any way to practice. There's no SLKRs in my shard where I'm at this point. Everybody's running JML or C or Kenobi. So I had to just go with what I could pull together, and didn't get the kill on Sith Empire Trooper, or Sith Trooper rather, and that was the end of that. So see what we can do, if anything. And there is a poke. That was not nice. So let's put this on Rex. Can I take out some of the supporting characters at least? Don't kill fives. Damn it. You know, when things don't go right, they really just don't go right. As soon as Kylo goes again, it is done, I think. So, I'm left with a lone SLKR. Is that something I can kill with what I have? I don't think so. But I'm going to look it up. I'm going to research it. So, give me a little time. Okay, I've come back with a plan. I'm dubious that it will work because my characters are not particularly well relicked or very high gear. But essentially, it is a resistance team where we use Finn lead to get the turn meter. I do have the Zeta on Finn. We also take in Jedi Training Ray and BB-8. And then I've seen it, I saw it done with the Resistance Hero Bros, which is what I'm going to go in with. I've actually also seen a 3v3 cleanup where they use Vet Han for his stagger, but my Vet Han is so low geared, he's not going to survive anything. I don't know that any of my characters are going to survive anything, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to hope that this kind of modified Jedi training raid team works. And this is probably my last best bet. I do have a Padme team that might work. I'll throw it at it if I need to, or if I get to that point. But here goes nothing. Okay, well there goes BB-8. Let's get rid of his turn meter. And we will call that. And this does days. And the idea is if you can get exposes on him, then he doesn't, then he loses turn meter over and over and over again. So there was an expose, and there he lost some turn meter. I don't know that he's losing enough, and there go the resistance bros. And Jedi Training Ray is not going to win one-on-one. Yeah. Well, this was a good try. And my guys just didn't have the gear. So my last chance is my Padme squad. I'm going to go see if I can clear those squads in the back, though. Because if I keep going and throwing squads, then I'm not going to even clear the back here. I don't know that I'm going to clear the back here as it is. For this Karth team, I'm going after it with a Sith squad. I've got leftover Sith from my Traya squad. And I'll do a Maul lead, so they all hide behind Scion. And man, so upset that I played that wrong. In retrospect, I really should have just tried my gas first, hoping to get everybody down and then using Vader as a cleanup. I didn't think gas would do as well as he did, though, and you know, if I had to do it over again, I would do it differently. But live and learn. All right. Mon Mothma is going to get Jedi. And we're going to go with a Bastila lead. I wonder if I could split this in 2 teams, because I don't know that I have enough. You know what? Before we do this one, let's go after Mon Mothma, or with Phoenix. Let me see if my Ewoks can kill Phoenix. I don't think so. It'd be awesome if they could, but I don't think they're going to. Let's go after Sabine. Sabine is kind of rough because she has her Zeta, and that Zeta is rough. So want to get them out first. Let's put the days on them so they cannot keep counterattacking me. That's a huge thing for Phoenix. There's Ezra. Keep hiding Elder and get... Oh, shoot. Fat-fingered it. Hope I don't need to res somebody soon, because I totally just fat-fingered it. Crap. Get the days back on them all. Good. So, good old reliable Ewoks here are doing some work. Take some time to get through Zeb and Kanan, though. Save the mass assist for Kanan. Let's see if I can heal up any more. I guess I can't get protection back with that. Only heals. So we're gonna end up with a 59, but still good. which lets me use my whole leftover Jedi team here against Mon Mothma. And then I'll just have Padme as one last shot at SLKR. Again, don't think it's going to go down. Don't think it's going to work, but it's my last chance. Let's spread this around. We're just getting rid of their turn meter train, hopefully. I'm expecting Mon Mothma to bring somebody back here. I'm also expecting it not to make much difference. And we'll taunt up. Let's get rid of those buffs. And there goes Hoth Rebel Scout back in business. We'll take him down again. And get back on Biggs. Spread the buffs again. I think I'm going to actually switch to Wedge so that he will stop getting the assist on Biggs's attack. There we go. And now just back to Biggs. Mon Mothma's going to get her res again soon, though. And they are doing a good job of eating through my bonus protection. But hopefully we can eat through Biggs soon. There we go. So other than this SLKR, I've been really happy with this particular GAC. My Ewoks got a 59, my Bad Batch got a 59, my Troopers got a 60. I mean, all of my other teams performed so well. I just did this one in the wrong order. I should have done gas first, and then I should have followed up with the Vader Thrawn. And lesson learned for sure. So let's give it our last final shot here with my Padme team. Bring the full group in here. Not expecting much, but it's my last shot. Yeah, there goes all my damage, or the majority of it. So that is not good. And you can't stun them, so that, you know, is difficult. There goes Jedi Kenobi. And I don't think Padme and Ahsoka are going to be able to do it. Well, there it is. That is the final. My streak of 105 wins comes to a crashing halt. Final score is 1902 to 2092. I want to say, good match, Celebrimbor. If I had the GL advantage, I would put them both down on defense as well. So well played. I want to thank you all for watching once again, and I hope that I will see you again next time.